Hello, everyone. We just actually finished watching the movie Skinamarink. Thank you for all the recent support. We are very happy. Just a heads up, we are really scared right now. That was probably the scariest movie I've ever seen. What about you?
It's the first movie that actually made me scared.
So yeah, this movie came out in 2022, directed by Kyle Edward Ball. It is an analog horror, experimental horror. It's kind of like the Backrooms. There will be spoilers in this movie, heads up. So basically, the plot, it follows two young siblings, Kevin and Kaylee, who wake up in the middle of the night to find their father missing, the windows and doors gone, and the house becoming like a shifting, unnatural space. Objects move on their own to the ceiling, and disembodied voice speaks to them, and reality just seems to collapse inward. It's shot mostly from low angles, from like the child's perspective. There's like barely any faces, and it focuses on ceilings, corners, hallways, and darkness. It's very, very grainy. It's mostly filmed with TV static, and most of the dialogue is whispered as the two characters are terrified.
It it ends for the movie. Basically ends from Kevin's perspective when he falls into whatever demonic trap is speaking to him, ending up in a liminal space in the darkness with someone or something telling him to go to sleep. His sister is probably dead.
Yes. It was just a very disturbing movie in general. At the end, it says 572 days, which, so earlier in the film, it is implied that Kevin falls down the stairs and gets into a coma. And then at the end of the movie, it says 572 days. So it kind of makes sense, like, he's been battling through his coma, and this is what he's been, like, seeing. And he's still trapped in the coma at the end.
So it
But it
makes
also could symbolize how fear feels endless to a child.
Hmm. It might suggest that he's might be dead by the end of the movie, that he's stuck in this liminal dark space for eternity or until further notice.
There's this one part where there's just like blood spattering onto a ceiling, and it keeps like reversing for like 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was like rewinding and then blood spattering, screaming. I'm pretty sure he was like being traumatized or something.
So this film is widely known as the most stressful film ever made. Do you think it lives up to this title?
Yes.
I definitely think it. I This is probably the only movie except for Poughkeepsie Tapes that really scared me. I had to turn the lights on like at the end. I've never had to do that before.
Yeah, I opened all my windows and I turned on all the lights. I cannot right now.
Alright, I have a challenge for you.
Okay. I love challenges.
Explain the movie in 10 seconds. I'll tell you when the timer starts.
What? What?
Think about it, and then I'll start the timer.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
Go.
The children get trapped in a dark house with a demonic entity after their parents go missing.
10 seconds. Pretty accurate, honestly. Do you think it'll get, like, scarier if you rewatch it?
No. When I rewatch a movie, it doesn't really become scarier for me.
Okay, do you think the environment you watch it in would change, like, how effective or scary it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you think people either love this movie or absolutely hate it?
It can have some in trauma inducing. elements to it.
Like being left.
Mm-hmm. Or sitting.
Abandonment.
Yes.
Do you think the limitations, like low budget and like minimal visuals, were a strength or a crutch?
I think they were a strength a little bit. You couldn't tell what was going on in the movie really, but it definitely added to the element when you could see things.
There were a few jump scares in the movie. One with like this woman and she had like no mouth, and just a couple one where it's like screaming. But honestly, if there was no words, you could not tell what's going on at all.
Yeah.
Is Skinamarink even trying to communicate something, or is it just intentionally just all shock?
I I think it's more all shock, all stress, because when I was trying to interpret anything, I just got confused.
I got confused too. I was trying to relate it to the real world, like abandonment and stuff, but like that stuff just like doesn't happen. Like stuff doesn't get to that level where you're hearing stuff like that when you're left at home for just a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like turning it off?
Yes.
I think I really wanted to turn it off about like halfway through.
Uh, I didn't. Once I was all cuddled up in my little ball thingy, I wanted to turn it off.
So, this movie currently is not rated. What would you rate it if you could?
Based on what?
Just the film, like,
In general,
yeah.
for a horror factor, probably 4. Scared me. I guess it could be in the horror league.
I think I'd rate it like probably PG or PG-13. PG, don't get mad at me. There was no bad language. There was just only a little bit of blood. There was really, oh yeah, there was this one part in the movie where the entity tells the kid, like, take the knife and put the knife in your eye.
But
He says, put
but
the knife in.
PG would be for like an 8-year-old could watch it
Okay,
with
yeah,
no
I
problem.
think PG-13 would be appropriate.
Yeah.
You can find this film currently on Prime, Tubi, and ABC. It has a 4.7 out of 10 on IMDb, and it has a 66 Metascore. That's actually pretty good. This film sets place in 1995, despite the film taking or being filmed in 2022. There's a lot of like figures seen in the darkness. It relies on music a lot, kind of like Undertone. Relies a lot on sounds. It's just very, very weird. And at the end of the movie, there's like a bunch of pictures of like headless and distorted people.
Yep. And the only person left alive is Kevin, or dead. We can't tell.
You don't even know how the movie ends. It just ends so abruptly. You barely even know what's going on the entire movie.
It ends, go to sleep. I'm like, what? I'm confused.
Very weird. And there was like this never-ending hallway. I don't think I'd recommend this movie to anybody. Like, it wasn't even a
No.
good movie. It was just like weird.
No, I wouldn't
This
watch it.
movie, I think this movie would have been better if it was like a short film.
Yeah, it being like 2 hours long,
When like half
it's
of the clips were just like staring at shock.
it's very boring to say.
Definitely wasn't a good movie. It didn't have like barely any plot.
But it definitely set my fear factor off, which is what I can give it. That's it.
Did you catch yourself checking the time during this?
Maybe once or twice.
I definitely did. I kept checking when the movie was going to be over.
I kept checking to, like, I got 1 hour mark, 30-minute mark, 10-minute mark, 5-minute mark.
So you keep seeing, like, the mom and the dad throughout the film. You don't see their faces really, but you just see them, their back. And I think personally they're the ones talking. This movie has a lot of different opinions on it.
I have no idea. I don't. It made me confused. Confusion.
Yes. Is this the kind of horror you feel later rather than during, or you feel it during when you're watching it?
Later. You feel it a little bit later in the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a sleeping pill tonight, because that wasn't even funny. It was just very scary.
There wasn't even anything to laugh at. It was nothing. It was two toddlers. What do you laugh at them for? They don't have the capacity to do anything.
6-year-old Kaylee and 4-year-old Kevin being
And
stuck in a house alone.
with a demon. And then Kevin's the only one who survives. And by the end of the movie, he's like 5.
It
So,
reminds me a lot of, like, Liminal Spaces, Backrooms type stuff.
yeah, it's like they're trapped in an alternate dimension.
Alright, that's all we really have for this podcast. There wasn't really that much to talk about this movie other than it was disturbing and scary. So, thank you for all the recent support. We will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye!